step back into the shadows of Twin Peaks, where secrets still whisper in the pines. 35 years after Laura Palmer's unsolved murder haunted our screens, we're catching up with the original cast in 2025. From Dale Cooper's Black Coffee quests to Log Lady's cryptic wisdom, uncover their real-life journeys, triumphs, heartbreaks, and eerie twists. Who haunts the headlines now? Let's unravel the mystery. Number 1. James Marshall, who portrayed the brooding bad boy James Hurley at age 23, captured the heart of every viewer as Laura Palmer's secret lover, motorcycle riding poet with a leather jacket and a soul full of sorrow. His performance in Twin Peaks launched him into films like A Few Good Men, alongside Tom Cruise, and roles in Sliders and The Winter Guest. After stepping back in the early 2000s to focus on music and production, Marshall returned for the 2017 revival. Now 58 in 2025, he enjoys a quiet life in California, occasionally sharing acoustic guitar sessions on social media and mentoring young actors. Number 2. Peggy Lipton, at 43, when she brought warmth to Twin Peaks as Norma Jennings, the compassionate diner owner with a pie recipe that could soothe any troubled soul, embodied quiet strength amid the town's chaos. Her earlier stardom came from the Mod Squad, earning a Golden Globe, and she sang hits like Stony End. Post-Twin Peaks, she appeared in Alias in the 2017 revival. Sadly, Lipton passed away in 2019 at age 72 from colon cancer, leaving a legacy of grace, music, and her talented daughters Rashida and Kidada Jones. Number 3. Warren Frost, cast at 65 as the wise and gentle Dr. Will Hayward, the town's trusted physician who examined Laura Palmer's body with steady hands and a father's concern, added heartfelt authenticity drawn from his own life as a Wapii Wachee veteran. Before Twin Peaks, he shone in theater and guest spots on Seinfeld and Matlock. He reprised his role in the 2017 revival. Frost died in 2017 at age 91 after a long illness, remembered for his humble spirit and as father to co-creator Mark Frost. Number 4. Sherilyn Fenn, just 25 during Twin Peaks, ignited screens as the seductive and scheming Audrey Horne, the hotel heiress with cherry stem tricks and a fierce loyalty that made her an icon of 90s allure. Nominated for a Golden Globe and Emmy, her dance scene remains legendary. Afterward, she starred in Of Mice and Men, Wild at Heart, and Shameless, while authoring a children's book on autism inspired by her son. At 60 in 2025, Fenn thrives in indie projects, advocates for neurodiversity, and enjoys painting and family time in Los Angeles. Number 5. Lara Flynn Boyle, only 19 when she stepped into Twin Peaks as the innocent yet curious Donna Hayward, Laura's loyal best friend uncovering dark secrets with wide-eyed determination. Her fresh-faced vulnerability stole scenes. The role propelled her to Wayne's World, Red Rock West, and an Emmy-nominated run on The Practice. She later appeared in Men in Black 2 and Twin Peaks: Fire Walk with Me. In 2025, at 55, Boyle balances selective acting gigs with equestrian pursuits and philanthropy for animal welfare in upstate New York. Number 6. Richard Beymer, at 51, when he embodied the ruthless yet redeemable Benjamin Horne in Twin Peaks, the scheming lumber baron with a penchant for cigars and Civil War fantasies, delivered a chilling mix of charm and menace that defined the show's corporate villainy. Famous earlier for Tony in West Side Story, post-Peaks he directed documentaries, photographed the cast, and appeared in films like Drive He Said. He returned for the 2017 revival. Now 87 in 2025, Beymer resides quietly in Los Angeles, pursuing visual arts and occasional behind-the-scenes contributions to indie projects. Number 7. Dana Ashbrook, just 22 during Twin Peaks, electrified as Bobby Briggs, the rebellious high schooler with a hidden heart beneath his tough exterior, chain-smoking and plotting against his domineering dad while romancing Laura Palmer. His breakout role led to films like Return of the Living Dead Part 2 and guest spots on Dawson's Creek, Deadwood, and Psych's Twin Peaks homage. Married to actress Kate Rogel since 2015, he reprised Bobby in the 2017 revival and Fire Walk with Me. At 58 in 2025, Ashbrook stays active in TV, including recent arcs on Blue Bloods, and enjoys family life in California. Number 8. Mädchen Amick, only 19 when cast as the resilient Shelley Johnson in Twin Peaks. The diner waitress enduring abuse from husband Leo with wide-eyed optimism and a love for soap operas, her vulnerability made her a fan-favorite symbol of small-town endurance. Debuting in Star Trek The Next Generation, she later starred in Sleepwalkers, My Bloody Valentine, and Riverdale as Alice Cooper, plus directing episodes of that series. Married with 2 children, she returned for the 2017 revival. In 2025, at 54, Amick continues thriving on-screen in FX's The Lowdown and advocates for mental health awareness. Number 9. Michael Ontkean, 43 at the time of Twin Peaks, anchored the series as Sheriff Harry S. Truman, the steadfast lawman with a moral compass navigating the town's supernatural underbelly alongside Agent Cooper. His quiet authority grounded the surreal chaos. Known for Slapshot and Making Love, he followed with roles in Postcards from the Edge and Clara's Heart, retiring from acting in 2011 after skipping the 2017 revival for health reasons. In 2025, at 79, Ontkean enjoys a peaceful retirement in Vancouver, cherishing family time and reflecting on his hockey and acting legacy. Number 10. Kyle MacLachlan, 30 when he immortalized Special Agent Dale Cooper in Twin Peaks. The quirky FBI sleuth with tape recorder musings, cherry pie obsessions, and a dance through the Black Lodge. His earnest charm earned Golden Globe and Emmy nods. Breakthrough in Dune and Blue Velvet, he shone in Sex and the City, Desperate Housewives, and Portlandia, voicing Riley's dad in Inside Out. Reprising Cooper. In 2017, he honored Lynch after his passing. At 66 in 2025, MacLachlan stars in FX's The Lowdown with Ethan Hawke and promotes his Mirabeau wine brand in Washington State. Number 11, Everett McGill, at 44 when he embodied the loyal and tormented Big Ed Hurley in Twin Peaks, the gas station owner pining for Norma Jennings while enduring a loveless marriage to Nadine. His rugged vulnerability added depth to the show's heartfelt undercurrents. Rising from Broadway in films like Quest for Fire and Dune, post-Peaks he starred in Heartbreak Ridge and License to Kill before retiring in 1999. He returned for the 2017 revival. Now 79 in 2025, McGill lives a private life in Los Angeles, focusing on visual arts and occasional theater consultations. Number 12. Jack Nance, 46 during Twin Peaks, brought quirky charm as Pete Martell, the kind-hearted sawmill worker who discovers Laura Palmer's body while fishing. His wide-eyed innocence and deadpan humor lightened the town's gloom. A David Lynch staple from Eraserhead to Blue Velvet and Wild at Heart, he also appeared in Barfly and Colors. Nance passed away in 1996 at age 53 from a subdural hematoma after a street altercation. Number 13. Joan Chen, 28. When she captivated as Jocelyn Packard in Twin Peaks, the enigmatic mill owner entangled in murder plots and forbidden affairs, her poised allure masked a web of secrets. Breakthrough in The Last Emperor earned Oscar buzz, followed by Turtle Beach and Heaven and Earth. She directed Shoo Shoo, The Sent Down Girl, and starred in Marco Polo and A Murder at the End of the World. At 64 in 2025, Chen balances acting in indie films with directing projects and advocacy for Asian American artists in California. Number 14, Kimmy Robertson, 35 at the time of Twin Peaks, stole scenes as Lucy Moran, the bubbly sheriff's receptionist with a high-pitched voice, gum-chewing quirks, and a pregnancy subplot full of naive charm. From Ballet to The Last American Virgin and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, her voice lent magic to Beauty and the Beast, The Simpsons, and American Dad. She reprised Lucy in the 2017 revival. In 2025, at 70, Robertson delights fans with personalized cameo videos, voice work in animations, and improv workshops in Los Angeles. Number 15, Michael Horse, 40 when cast as Deputy Tommy Hill, known as Hawk, the stoic Native American deputy, blending modern policing with spiritual insight, guiding Cooper through the town's mysteries. Debuting in The Legend of the Lone Ranger, he shone in Passenger 57, The Blacklist, and North of 60. A Yaqui artist and jeweler, he narrated The Secret History of Twin Peaks. At 75 in 2025, Horse creates indigenous-themed art in Minnesota, appears in indie westerns, and speaks on Native representation in media. Number 16, Piper Laurie, 58. When she unleashed villainy as Catherine Martell in Twin Peaks, the scheming Packard Mill executive faking her death in a fiery blaze and disguising herself as a man to exact revenge. Her Oscar-nominated intensity from Carrie and the Hustler infused the role with sly menace. Post-Peaks, she earned Emmys for ER and the Thornbirds and appeared in Trauma and Hesher. Laurie passed away in 2023 at age 91 of old age, celebrated for her versatile portrayals of fierce matriarchs. Number 17, Eric Dare, 25 during Twin Peaks, menaced as Leo Johnson, the abusive trucker husband to Shelley with a mullet and a mean streak, terrorizing the town with drug-fueled rage and betrayal. Son of casting director Johanna Ray, his debut led to Critters 4, Starship Troopers as a soldier, and Ted Bundy as a victim, plus behind-the-scenes work on Lynch's Wild at Heart and Lost Highway. Reprising Leo in Firewalk with Me, he keeps a low profile. At 60 in 2025, Dare resides in Los Angeles, pursuing occasional indie films and family life. Number 18, Wendy Robie, 36, at the time of Twin Peaks, hilariously embodied Nadine Hurley, the drape-obsessed housewife with superhuman strength after a suicide attempt gone wrong, her eye patch and loud voice turning tragedy into campy delight. From stage work in Seattle, she followed with Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs as the monstrous mommy and vampire in Brooklyn. Reprising Nadine in the 2017 revival, she guested on Quantum Leap and Baywatch. In 2025, at 72, Robbie teaches acting workshops in Washington State and appears in horror conventions. Number 19, Ray Wise, 42. When he shattered hearts as Leland Palmer in Twin Peaks, the grieving father unraveling into demonic possession with tap-dancing fury and white-haired horror, his Emmy-worthy descent from affable lawyer to Bob's Vessel defined tragic villainy. Known for RoboCop's Nash and Swamp Thing, he later played the Devil in Reaper, Vice President Gardner in 24, and Ian Ward on The Young and the Restless. Reprising Leland in the 2017 revival and Firewalk with Me. At 78 in 2025, Wise thrives in indie thrillers like Fresh Off the Boat reruns and voice work. Number 20, Sheryl Lee, 23 during Twin Peaks, haunted us as Maddie Ferguson, Laura Palmer's bespectacled brunette cousin, drawn into deadly secrets with quiet curiosity, her resemblance allowing eerie echoes of the murdered girl. Cast initially as the wrapped corpse, her breakout led to Wild at Heart with Lynch, Backbeat as Astrid Kirchhair, and Winter's Bone. Reprising Laura and Maddie in Firewalk with Me and the 2017 revival as Carrie Page. At 58 in 2025, Lee stars in indie dramas, advocates for mental health, and directs short films from her Los Angeles base. Number 21, Russ Tamblyn, 55 when he grooved into Twin Peaks as Dr. Lawrence Jacoby, the Hawaiian shirt-wearing psychiatrist obsessed with tiki culture and subliminal tapes, dispensing cryptic wisdom to teens amid the town's turmoil. A West Side Story Oscar nominee and Seven Brides for Seven Brothers dancer, post Peaks, he appeared in Cabin Boy, Django Unchained, and Twin Peaks: The Return. Father to Amber Tamblyn, he choreographed Fame episodes. At 90 in 2025, Tamblyn attends fan events, shares dance anecdotes, and enjoys retirement in California with poetry readings. Number 22, Harry Goaz, 29. When he charmed audiences as Deputy Andy Brennan in Twin Peaks, the bumbling yet earnest lawman prone to emotional breakdowns, map-drawing mishaps, and awkward romances with receptionist Lucy. His heartfelt clumsiness provided comic relief amid the supernatural dread. Discovered by David Lynch while driving him to a Roy Orbison tribute, the role launched his career into Erie, Indiana as Sergeant Knight, indie gems like The Underneath, and G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. He reprised Andy in the 2017 revival, Firewalk with Me, and voice work. At 64 in 2025, Goaz balances selective acting with photography exhibitions and microfiction writing in Los Angeles. Thanks for watching. See you next time.